Hey DP, it's Thursday, November 29th, and we have info on
the drives,
Artist of the Month,
and an interview with Thomas Dwelly.
Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, DP. Your word today is kithe. It's a verb meaning to make known by action.
A gentle heart kithes gentleness. Now here's your anchors.
There are many drives that are going to be starting soon, including the Penny Drive, Canned Food Drive, and Toy Drive. All proceeds from the Penny Drive solely go towards the Unity Shop. It allows the opportunity for parents of less fortunate families to pick out toys to give to their children as presents during the holidays.
Any students interested in applying for Artist of the Month need to turn in 4 artworks to Miss Hemsley's room in A4 by next Monday, December 3rd at lunch. Good luck. If you haven't heard yet, our own DP student Thomas Dwelly was in a car accident not too long ago, which involved him falling from a 200-foot cliff and waiting 18 hours in a mangled car for emergency assistance. He himself believes he is lucky to be alive. DP News got a chance to interview him on Tuesday. Here is his story.
I was driving my car towards the football game. It was Friday night, November 2nd, and I was driving down Gibraltar Road. I was going a little bit faster than perhaps I should have been, and my car just lost traction, and I went off the road, so I ended up going off what more or less was a cliff. It was a 60-degree hill, and went down for like 200 feet. I was completely sober at the time and didn't have my phone. My phone was turned off and in my backpack at the time. It was just me going faster than I should have and being overly confident in my abilities and the abilities of the car. And I just messed up. And on that corner, that happened to be not a very good place to mess up. And I paid the price for it. It landed right side up in a tree. So it was actually perched in the top of a tree, although the tree was well squished. And I actually managed to get myself out of the car, and I walked over to a rock that was maybe 100 feet away from the car and lay down there and slept for the next 18 hours until my dad found me, at which point I was airlifted out. My dad actually traced my phone, which was apparently something that you can do. Not through Find My iPhone, but it was through another AT&T service. And after I hadn't come home, and it was mid-afternoon of the following Saturday, my parents got worried and did that. And my dad actually was familiar with the road, so he drove up there, found my car, found me, and then called the authorities. I had whacked my head real good. Like, the windshield had started collapsing, and it was the roll bar that had protected me. And as the windshield came down, it came and to the point where my head was whacking against it as the car was flipping over, enough that it fractured my skull and gave me a serious, what more or less amounted to a severe concussion or something along those lines. And they actually had to do brain surgery, so they actually had to cut my head open and pull back the scalp and cut a section of the skull out in order to relieve the pressure of the blood that was building up in the brain. And then they screwed the skull back in with titanium and stitched it up. I guess the only thing to know is that we are all human, and even though we are young and indestructible, we're not really young and indestructible, clearly, and just with regards to driving, drive at least with some level of sensibility and safety. Even if you think you're driving well and you think you're a really good driver and you think your car's really capable, stuff can go wrong, and just be careful out there.
The car has been placed by the cafeteria as a reminder for students to drive safely. Seniors, you have 2 weeks until the due date to order your cap and gowns, graduation announcements, and class rings or Letterman jackets.
Applications for hosting on Australian is due tomorrow in Miss Becksted's room. If you have any questions, you can contact Miss Becksted at kbecksted@dphs.org.
Seniors, you are able to vote for the Senior Hall of Fame on your EDU account, so you have until next Friday to vote for your favorites for the Hall of Fame. If you want to change your vote, you can always vote again, and your first vote will be removed. I'm Kara.
And I'm Alex. Jared, what you got for us?
Yesterday, boys basketball won big against Simi Valley with a score of 70-41. 6'5" center Jackson Wolpat and 6'4" guard Zachary Shugart led the team, both scoring 12 points and combined for 5 block shots. Cruz Mertens was a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and point guard Jacob Rodriguez had 5 assists and 3 steals. Our boys returned to the tournament on Friday to play Rio Mesa.
Boys soccer was defeated 2-1 in the opening game of the season yesterday against Oxnard. Senior Omar Montalvo scored the first goal for Dos Pueblos off an assist from sophomore Tim Hajduk. Girls basketball has their first tournament of the season today at Lompoc at 6. That's all for your sports news. Have a dandy day, DP.